video in quite a long time. I've been a bit busy, so I haven't been able to make one. Haven't really got around to it, but I thought today I'd have a go. It's quite cold. It's about a degree or two above freezing, so it's been had a frost overnight, and I'm out down at the lake trying to catch some pike. And I've just cast out my ledger and float rod. Now on the ledger I've got joey mackerel, and on the float I've got a sprat. I've cast the float rod out to a sunken tree which actually came down a few weeks ago in the storm. But I know the carp have already moved under there, so I'm hoping the pike have too. So yeah, that should be a good spot. And then my ledger rod I've cast out towards some pads, some dying pads from the summer. So that should be a good spot as well. So hopefully I'll get one or two fish. I'll probably be moving around this lake, going on to the next lake, maybe the lake after that as well, see if I can locate the fish. So yeah, hopefully I'll do well, and I'll see you a bit later. Okay, my ledger rod's been out for about 20 minutes now. Hasn't been touched, so I'll just show you the setup. Got a 3-pound test curve rod with a Shimano Beastmaster reel, 15-pound mono on there, and then terminal tackle I've got a 1.5 ounce gripper lead, and that's on a run ring. And then here I've got a buffer bead which is over a link swivel, so I can unclip my trace like that. And then I've got a twin treble trace, and on there's my joey mackerel. I'm going to cast that back out, but into a slightly different spot near to another set of pads, and see if that can pick up a fish. Okay, as with the ledger rod, this float rod's been out for about 20 minutes, so the average time I leave my rods out and then I move them, because with pike fishing you've got to keep yourself mobile, you've got to find the fish, unlike carp fishing where the fish tend to come to your bait. So what I've got is again a 3-pound test curve rod, and this time it's a Shimano bait runner reel, because I like to have that on the float, because then you don't need to have your bait alarm open, but you can have the bait runner on. Let the line out, and then up the line, you can't see that, I've got a float stop, then a bead, and then a Fox Deadbait pencil float, which I found a really good float. I really like them. And then I've got I'll tell you how that works in a sec. Then I've got a Fox 18-gram sinker, stubby sinker I think, and then there's a twin treble trace there. And I've had a sprat on that, but it came off and I reeled it in. So basically, when you cast out, I've set this to be about 2 or 3 foot over depth, so your bait will lie on the bottom, and when you cast out, your float will lie flat. Then you tighten up to it, and it cocks at an angle, and then when the pike, so that will be tightened up to your sinker, and then when the pike picks up the bait, it releases that, and your float will lie flat, and then it will slowly drag away, and it means it's a really sensitive setup. And I've caught loads of pike on it, and I really like it, so I'd recommend one of these floats. So let's go and get this cast back out and see if we can get a fish. Well, the last lake presented me with no fish, so I've moved lakes. Next one down on this complex, and I'm going to try something a bit different. I've got a dead rainbow trout here on my same ledger rig, and well, because a trout is a freshwater fish, it's not as oily as the mackerel that I was using earlier, so I'm going to inject it with some, what is this, smelt oil. So what you do, I've got a Pike Pro syringe and needle. I just get some of that oil, not very much, you don't need a lot. Squeeze it into the bait in various different places. That's just give it a bit now. Hopefully Pike can find him and get it cast down. Well, look at that. That is my new PB pike. Oh, let's try and keep a good grip on him. He's beaten my old PB by 14 ounces. He's 16 pound dead. My old PB was 15 pound too. What a stunner of a fish. Oh, I'm over the moon. I don't know what to say. Really gorgeous looking pike. And he took that trout which I just showed you, which I injected with the smelt oil. I just sat down to have some soup and then beep beep beep, off he went. So get a couple of photos and I'll slip this lovely girl back. Move swims now, still on the same lake as I was when I caught that 16, my new PB, which I'm over the moon with. Didn't think it was going to be a bit bigger though, it looks bigger. Sorry about not getting any footage of the fight, but I didn't want to lose it, so I just sort of I left the camera and just played the fish and landed it, and then I filmed myself holding it for you. But I hope she enjoyed seeing that fish. So I've got my rods back out now. I'm afraid I haven't got any more trout because I'd like to have another go with a trout. I only have one in the bait packet I bought like a pike pack, and it gives you various different baits. So I've got another joey mackerel on there now, and then on my float rod I've got a sprat as before. So hopefully I'll get something on those. I'll probably leapfrog up to the next swim soon. I'll just keep doing that, and then well, I might go up to the top lake as well soon, see if I can pick up a fish there. So yeah, hopefully I'll do well, and I'll catch you a bit later. Well, comes the end of my session now. I've had a good hour and a half on the top lake, but nothing to show for it. I've still got my ledger rod out, so just in case that goes off while I'm packing up. But overall, it's been a good session. Not on number of fish, but on size of fish, it's been very good. With that nice big pike. So hope you've enjoyed the video, and I hopefully the next one won't be such a long wait. So thanks for watching, and see you next time.